Hello, hello, happy Saturday. Reporting from Sandy Point, where it is chilly, very chilly. I just took some photos, but with my brother. I mean, we do things to keep ourselves occupied all the time, every weekend. Make it a priority. It's cold. It's May already, guys. And look what's up. Anyway, I would like to talk to all the single people out there on self-esteem, on knowing who you are, on knowing who you are as a person, on knowing how far you've come, and especially as you're getting older. Like, honestly, it's one thing to be lonely, it's another to just settle down with whatever. And honestly, like, yes, I would like to be with someone. I am not picky. I know exactly what I want. And I'm not lonely, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but I wish there was a formula to this thing called marriage, to this thing called being in a relationship, right? That a lot of people desire, but the reality is that it's work. Marriage is work. Being with someone in your space is work, especially if you have been by yourself for a long, long time. Like, I've been by myself for decades. Okay, I've never had the need to share my space, place with anybody. And even when I'm with my family, I love my family. But when they start getting on my nerves, like if I'm over there over the weekend, I'm like, peace, deuces, I'm out, you know? Um, but I also believe that you got to know yourself enough to know whether or not what your deal breakers are, you know? What you can tolerate, because all of us got issues, honey. All of us, all of us. If anybody said they don't, they're lying. Okay, you got to identify your issues, work on them as much as possible, and whatever happens happens, but don't settle. Too many people settle, and then you've got marriages who just fall apart, and it's like, I've waited this long. I can keep waiting. I don't know about you people, but I know that God is faithful. He knows what we need, what we want. And I'll be honest with you, like, I didn't realize how much work marriage is until I started seeing folks married around me. And those giving me the real talk about how much work it truly is. You cannot be a selfish person. You can't be me. I mean, I don't think I'm selfish, but I think I can get bored quick. I can get bored quick, which is why I love what I do for a living with work, because there's change every 2-3 years. And when you're married, you can't quit on them. You can't say, you boring me out. You can't quit on them. You gotta face and confront things and problems as they come. And I used to run away from stuff like 10 years ago. I didn't deal with a lot. I dealt it by running and not dealing with it. And then things changed and I started to learn how to deal with things head on. And deal with them I did head on. And the thing is that it's not easy. None of us are perfect. You just gotta find, everybody's crazy. A friend of mine, he and I were talking this week. He's like, it's crazy, but you gotta realize what kind of crazy you want to deal with for the rest of your life. And I'm working on me. I can be a little controlling, a little type A. I can also be a little feisty, which I've come a long way. And I would say that's it. And I know I'm going to step on some toes, but I really don't want anybody with kids. That's my preference. I've tried to deal with guys with kids. I don't want to deal with baby mama drama. I don't want to be a stepmom to anybody. This is my preference. You know, everybody's different, but you got to know yourself well enough to know what you want. And I don't want anybody with kids. And you can call me whatever you want. That is my preference. And so you got to know what your deal breakers are. Another thing is, for me, a man who is spirit-filled, spirit-led is what I want. Because if I'm going to submit, you cannot be someone that I cannot fully trust to make decisions for the both of us. I got to know that there is some wisdom in you, some prudence in you. But again, you don't have to, just know your standards, you know. I think a lot of people don't talk about what it is to truly be single. To truly be single is to truly love yourself, to enjoy who you are, to understand who you are, to know who you are as a person, and what you are willing to tolerate. You know, I know people say, oh, you shouldn't use that word tolerate. No, that's what it is. What are you willing to put up with? Because they're going to put up with me, I'm going to put up with them, right? And so all of us have issues. You just got to realize, okay, who do you want to deal with? Whose issues do you want to carry? Because, honey, their issues become your problem. And you guys carry each other through. And so we'll see. We'll see. What this year is not over. Even in the midst of pandemic, God is still faithful. Even in the midst of what you see, God is still faithful. God is still faithful. He's still faithful. He's not going to back up on his word. And you just got to trust God to bring you what you've prayed for. Even those things you didn't pray for. Because he knows what we need, not what we want. But he's a gracious God, and you just got to believe him. But I just wanted to share a little bit since I am out here. It is windy. It is a little cold. It's a Saturday. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Hope you guys are doing something special for your mom. Enjoy your mom while she is still on earth. You only get one. You only get one. You guys have a good one. And again, this isn't necessarily a special message. This is just like, okay, I am here chilling, enjoying families from a distance, pets, doggies from a distance, listening to you hear that? The waves. It is chilly. And I am thankful that I have this time to come out here. Don't worry, I have my mask too. Practice social distancing. Please take care. Bye-bye. Be blessed.